marriage failed, second marriage, you know, if it were right now, you know, usually they say that if the first marriage fails, it is probably you or him or whatever external factors, immaturity, or you're just learning or faith. But the second time you marry again and it fails the second time,
you're definitely the one with the character. You're the one with the problem.
Come and explain yourself. Why can't you stay married? You know, and then for the third time,
I personally would probably judge. Yes, I would probably judge and say,
just wake up and shine. This is your time to shine. Hands up, take your moment. This is your season to shine.
It's so amazing how much can change in 1 month. Since we decided that we're no longer living on autopilot, we started making intentional decisions to better our lives. You can see that we're no longer those gloomy girls, sad, full of regrets. We are now happy, we're now intentional, and this light that we have found is being reflected on every aspect of our lives, from weight loss to family to decisions, general lifestyle. Everything has improved, and that is the reason behind the joy that we have right now that you can see. So welcome to our YouTube channel.
hi.
What do you feel about new beginnings?
Ooh, wow. Yes, new beginnings are great. They are amazing, in fact. I think that it means life giving you a new sheet, you know, a clean slate, start all over. And I think everyone should embrace it. Yes, new beginnings are great because if you even look around you, you see people who have started, you know, against all odds, start all over. You know, I could go on and on of examples of people, mothers who, after having their babies, you know, went back to school, to secondary school at 40. Some university at 50 something,
People fathers
too, you know, who couldn't go to school, they made up their mind, got the courage, went back to school, got their degrees in their 50s, in their 60s, and they are happy. So happy. Some would say, no, I'm so old for that, I can't do that, I can't start up a business, I can't go to school at this age, and they'll rather just stay there and age faster. But no, these ones, they took the courage and they went back to school. And one story that I like is that of Naomi in the Bible, you know, who went with her family to Moab because of famine, and then she lost everything. She lost her husband, lost her kids, and instead of just being there, you know, wallowing in self-pity and probably dying of regret, loneliness, depression, grief. You know, grief and all.
Because losing your husband and 2 sons,
in a strange land, far away, in a different country, no husband, no sons,
no family,
you know, no family. And then there is your country, you know, a place that you have probably sold your properties, you know, sold everything you had, your land and all, to go to a different country. There is your country. But she made up her mind to go back to her country.
You can even relate Naomi's story to, you know, someone in a present day Nigeria, because of the insecurity, the pain and all that's going on, the hunger, you decide to move. Okay, so where are people going to so much right now? Probably UK or Canada or even US. You sell everything you have, you sell your land, your house, your everything, and then you move. Imagine moving, and then as soon as you got there, you lost your husband, you lost your 2 sons, and there is nothing there for you. There, wherever you are, you don't have anything anymore, because it's a strange land, it's a foreign land. It's not like here at home in Nigeria where you have your own people.
You can get help, you can get comfort. But there is just you and you alone, you know, left to survive
and all of that.
And then
she decided to come back. She decided that she's going to come back to Bethlehem, you know. She said, whatever it is, I'm going. I've been so grieved, I've been so, she decided that I'm going to have a new beginning. And you know, that Naomi's story is actually very powerful, it's remarkable. And everything that is happening right now is something that we have blueprints.
Yes.
We have examples that we can look up to.
From
So if you're
yes.
looking at, you're thinking about how do I start my life? What's there for me at this age? I've lost everything. Many people, just by losing their husbands or children, they say they won't stay anymore. They want to bail. You know, they want to leave. They say, I'm done. What's here for me in this life? But she was so courageous, and she was lucky enough that her daughter-in-law decided, you know.
Yes.
So imagine you're abroad right now and everything goes south. You want to come back home. You do not have anything here because you sold everything before you left. Remember, you sold everything. So what are you going to do? Right? Are you going to say, well, I'm just going to stay here in a foreign land. Let me just stay and let whatever will be,
yes,
I'll grieve till my dying day. I'll grieve till the end of time. Or are you going to decide to come back to say, okay, whatever it is?
Yes.
You understand?
My people are there.
Yes.
Whatever, I don't mind starting all over, so long as I'm with my people, so long as I'm serving the same God as my people, so long as I'm just in the midst of my people. I'm no longer in this strange land. I can no longer stay here. You have to go back, and that was what she did. That's against all odds. I'm sure it was a very difficult situation for her.
Naomi was
a very difficult
courageous
decision for her to take.
Yes.
Because if reading through the Bible, you could feel that grief,
the emotion, everything was
you
there in
could
the
feel
letters.
everything. Yes.
Everything was there in the letters. You could feel it that this woman had been through so much, but yet against all odds, decided that she was going to move ahead with her life. She was going to change, do something different to have a different outcome.
Yes.
Well, Naomi, I think if you're looking at new beginnings, Naomi would be the number one person to look at. She was a remarkable woman.
Yes.
The book of, I don't know why it's called the book of Ruth, but well, you know that.
It should have, yes.
It should have been the book of Naomi.
Naomi,
You think
yes.
so as well, right?
Yes,
I've
if
always
you
thought about it.
study it, you know, if you think it through concerning new beginnings.
New beginnings.
Yes.
Except if you're talking about maybe loyalty or
If you are seeing it from that perspective, you can say Ruth, but from new beginnings, it's Naomi. Yes,
exactly.
And there's so much to learn from it.
Yes.
We know the rest of the story. You know, we know how at the end of the day she was a privileged mother.
She made it into the lineage. She had a baby. Ruth had a baby. Was it Obed or something? Yes. You can find the entire story in the book of Ruth. You can read it for tonight, and then you catch up with the entire story.
Sorry.
But my own favorite person, right? My own favorite example of new beginnings would be the woman by the well. You already know. The woman by
one of my
the
favorite
well.
scriptures,
She's
John
my
chapter 4.
Yes, she's my favorite person because I'm this kind of person that I would embrace new beginnings. So I will embrace it. It doesn't matter how many times. I'm not ashamed to say, no, I'm done with this. I goofed. I made a bad decision. I'm done. God, I'm open to whatever you're bringing my way. I'm not the type that will stay back and brood and say, I made this bad decision. Oh, let me die in the consequences. Never. Except the consequences is forced on me. Everyone knows that. My family knows that I'm the first to cry out and say, I need help. I need help. So that woman, why she's my favorite person is that she didn't care. She didn't care. First husband, first marriage failed. What happened? I don't know if it was death. It wasn't really stated. First marriage failed. Second marriage. You know, if it were right now, you know, usually they say that if the first marriage fails, it is probably you or him or whatever external factors, immaturity, or you're just learning or faith. But the second time you marry again and it fails the second time,
you're definitely the one with the character. You're the one with the problem.
Come and explain yourself. Why can't you stay married? You know, and then for the third time,
I personally would probably judge. Yes, I would probably judge and say
3 times, you know, and then this woman didn't care. She would say to herself, I'm sure, whatever it takes, I
deserve love. I deserve to be married. I deserve another chance. I deserve to be with a partner. And then
I how that place was, but I think it was Samaria. I think the well was in Samaria.
Samaria, yes.
I don't know how big it was. That
You know, she's called the Samaritan woman. Her
Yes.
name was not stated.
Yes.
She was called the Samaritan.
Now, so in that Samaria, are people not talking about her like
They definitely would.
But people kept marrying her. That means she must be some kind of badass. Like, if she wrote a book, it will sell out
a lot
so
of
fast.
slave queens and slave mamas will
Because
jump
she's,
to wait.
oh no, 3 times and then 4, 5 times.
And then she still got
You can imagine the stigma. You can imagine whatever it was she was dealing with. I'm sure she had demons she was fighting with. I'm sure people were avoiding her a lot and
but
everything.
she didn't care.
But she didn't care. She was aiming. She needed one satisfaction. She wanted this satisfaction. I know that when Jesus met, I said, "I'll give you this water that when you drink, you will never thirst again." It wasn't just because of the way, of course, everything was embedded in that saying, everything was wrapped in it. But I'm sure that Jesus saw, or I know, because he knows us, he's the one who created us. Before he sees you, he knows you. He knows us. So he told the woman, he said, "I'll give you this water." He knew that there was something, there was an emptiness, and she wouldn't stop at nothing until she
found what she was looking for. She was ready to
wasn't
stop
going
at
to
nothing.
stop at anything. She was going to go on. Because she was with her 6th person.
Yes.
Maybe that man would have married her.
Maybe
The
the
6th. He said the person you're with right now is not
It's
your
not your
husband.
husband.
So she had a boyfriend she was with. She was living with another man. So this woman had potentials, and we wouldn't even talk. It's like for another day.
That's the topic for another day.
I don't know if she can write us a book, but let her write a book and say,
on how to make a man desire you.
yeah, care about stigma or nothing. Not those things had no hold on her. Those strongholds of, what would people think? That's the biggest stronghold of our time. He had nothing on that woman. He had nothing. She was chasing after something, that happiness, that satisfaction, and she would stop at nothing until she got it. So she kept marrying. Oh, one dies, I'll marry again. One divorces me, I'll marry again. One goes, and then so she's my icon. I hope that you don't receive this in a bad way, but whatever you think, I don't know. But I'm telling you that for the fact that she was courageous enough
To start over, despite the stigma, despite the difficulty, the challenges she faced in that. Imagine just walking on the street or going to the well now, and children start making jest of your young people. Look at that woman, she can't keep a man. Look at that woman, she kills her husband.
Serial wife.
Yes. This one has been married multiple times, but her head was up.
She didn't care.
She kept pursuing whatever she wanted. She
Thank God she met that Jesus.
Yeah, she met Jesus.
Finally gave her that water.
The living water.
And the fact that she embraced the new beginning that God handed her.
She was so willing. She ran to the city, said, "Come and see. Come and see who I've seen." Someone would make a joke and say, someone would make a joke. I said, "This is my favorite scripture. Whenever I read it, sometimes I tear up. Other times I'm so happy. I feel like a baby." Someone said that I'm sure when she saw Jesus coming to the world, she'd be like, this one must be a new catch. Baby, but then it turned out to be her savior. So imagine the joy. Say, "Come and see the man who has told me everything that I've ever done." Everybody come and see. She became like the evangelist of that time, screaming, from town to town, from house to house, calling people. Oh God.
These two stories are actually very mind-blowing and remarkable. If our chronological age was so important in God's agenda, I do not think that Abraham and Sarah would have been able to fulfill God's purpose of multiplying the earth. And what that means is that it doesn't matter what your age is. You can decide to say, "I want a new beginning." And you will not believe the new life, new opportunities that will open before you. But okay, now we've seen people who have embraced changes. Even apart from this, people might say biblical stories are fictional stories. That is not our belief. We're Bible-believing Christians, right? But if now I've told you real life stories, I'm sure you have also seen real life situations where people decided to embrace it, and everybody starts saying, finally she's happy, finally he's that thing he's always been chasing, despite after trying so many times, after several attempts, he finally got what he wanted, those kinds of things. So we know those stories. So if new beginnings are this enticing and this life-giving and this transformational, why is it that some people do not accept it? They are hesitant when you offer them something like, why not do this again? They do not want to accept it. Why?
I would say shame. Some people, I think shame of starting over. Some people have it. They feel, okay, imagine the scenario that we just painted. Imagine some other people that are not that courageous, who would just give up at the slightest teasing and the slightest shaming, so at the slightest finger pointing. Oh, look at that woman, and then they just go back to their cave. So they just feel okay. So I can say shame and overthinking. They overthink it. If I start over, what will people say? What will my children say? How to go? Imagine going. It has done so much.
If you can free yourself from what will people say,
yes,
you'll be the most fulfilled person on earth. In fact, you cannot truly begin to live the life of purpose or fully begin to serve God until you have done away with that thing. You've broken free from what people say.
It's high time we learn that nobody really cares. Yes. There are people who would say, but they don't matter. Yes. There are people who would actually point, their nose, tilt their nose, their mouth one way, gossip and all, but they do not matter. I heard there's a saying that those who care do not matter, and those who matter don't care. You understand? So the people who really matter in your life will not care. They will cheer you on wherever you are, no matter how you're starting, no matter when. They will always support you. Yes, if you have genuine people in your life, they will always support you.
So people who they feel what people say, they feel that they might be shamed for, like, okay, for instance, in Naomi's scenario, coming back to Bethlehem from Moab now, she had lost everything. She went to the Lord, she came back empty-handed, except with the beautiful damsel that came with her. She would have said, that Ruth went to glean for remnants. They didn't have anything of theirs anymore. So the only thing that they could get if they were going to eat and not starve to death was to go and get remnants from the nice humanitarians. You understand? So this is like you moving back to Nigeria or moving back to a place you left, moving back home from, you moved to Abuja, you have to go back to your state or something like that. And then you have to go, after you left as a madam. You left as someone who was big, you had attained so much, and then you're coming back and the only thing you do is probably go and work in a restaurant, wash dishes
to get food to eat.
To get food first, you say, okay, I'm starting from ground zero, or let me help you sell. Give me 10 pieces of clothes. I will sell and give me money so I can start my own boutique. So I think Naomi came back to the lowest level.
To the lowest.
So think about what is the lowest thing. What is the lowest level to you? Put it in let's hear it in the comment section. So the worst case scenario is what we need you to paint right now, what the lowest level would be. And that is where these people came to. That is where Naomi came to the level of they had to look for leftover to be able to have food at home, So even at that point, shame, you won't let shame stop you. Shame did not stop Naomi, so shame should not stop you. I think that another thing is, okay, we addressed what people say, right? Another thing is pride. Pride, like the whole me. They will embrace the new beginning, they will talk.
If you don't move
and you are proud, they will talk. They say you are raising shoulder, you don't have food.
You will beg for food. Off camera, you were telling me of someone who it was quite a very sorry story, a very sad story. That person, it was a case of pride.
Yes.
And then he lives in that discomfort, that much discomfort.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, you have to make that decision to move.
Yes.
And the more you stay, A day into your delay, a day into your indecision, the farther you are going, you are sinking. You are getting older in that place. You are sinking in that place. Time is passing you by. Others are moving. So it's better to start.
Yes.
It's better to start at 40, start at 50, at 60, at 70, you can still start.
Yes.
Because at least you still have like 20 years. It's better to start at 80 if there's anything like that.
Yes.
I think in the West, we hear stories of people in their 70s remarrying, people in their 70 something, they are remarrying.
Yes.
At least they have 10 years, 15 years to still have company, to be loved.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. No, I actually thought of this very recently. I don't know the story. I was reading and I was like, okay, so would you rather, because I've stayed 20 years, I've stayed 25 years, 30 years, remain in that marriage where your fate, you do not know your fate, you do not know where you are ending up next. So it's rather to start, it's rather to make that bold step, take that bold step. Actually, yes, it's better.
Yes.
Whether 30 years, 40 years, and it's not even new. I think we hear of it every day where people, after their children have graduated from university, even they're already grandparents, and they make that decision. Sometimes people blame them, criticize them, but you don't know.
You don't know. You can only judge from afar.
Yeah, because what's that saying? Is he who wears the shoes that knows where it bites. Yes.
So that is it about new beginnings. Embrace it. For me, like I stated a few minutes ago, I said that I would embrace it. Whenever I'm offered this place, I will reach out. In fact, I'll reach out to it. If I'm not comfortable with the business I'm doing, with anything, I would embrace something new that I feel this is where I'm supposed to be. It's not an issue of inconsistency. Yes, that you should learn to make better choices. You should weigh your options carefully so that you don't hop out later. But in case you find yourself in a place that you're not comfortable, you're choking, your business is choking, your job is choking you, it doesn't matter if you told everyone that this is my dream, and you go there and you find out suddenly that this job is about to take your life. Like people say, this job is taking the best of me. Embrace something, you move. Always embrace it. See, people who are spontaneous, I'm telling you, they're happier.
Yeah, what's the other thing they say about your happiness is at the other side of fear?
Yes. People who are spontaneous, they're happier than rigid people. Yes. In fact, my father always said that. That was one of the things he said before, like his last days. That was one of the things. We're talking about a friend of ours and all of that he is also, that he loved dearly, and the decisions she's made so far. And he said, see, one thing that has held out your friend back is her inability to be flexible at embracing things. That she's so rigid, she's so stuck. I don't know. If people are stuck on their ways, like, this is me, I am here, I'm going to be here, I have decided I'm going to be this is what I'm on it. So it's not working, it's ruining you, you're getting depressed, but you insist that it has to be, it's
either this way or the highway. It's either my way or the highway.
So but the truth is that new beginnings are something that they are not what we think. They are not that something to embarrass you. New beginnings are not designed to embarrass you. Rather, these are opportunities from God. I do not think that Satan can offer you new beginnings, because he doesn't like good things. He doesn't love you. So if someone is giving you a breather, anybody that is giving you a breather, that is giving you an opportunity to breathe, to live, to be happy, that means it's your God offering you this. So embrace it, receive it, instead of being rigid, like I said earlier, and saying no, it must be this or that. Embrace it, right?
Yes, we all should embrace new beginnings. We should, no matter what. Teach people around you, younger people around you, your kids, teach them to embrace new beginnings. They should never be ashamed to start over. They should never be ashamed to start afresh. It's always a good thing. It's a good thing. If you're seeing this, that means you watched our video to the end. Yay! Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment to encourage us. And also remember to subscribe so that you can follow us on our journey. Bye!
Eyes on the ceiling, feet hit the floor. You've been here before, but this time it's more. Feel that pull inside. Don't let it fade. The whole world waits for the move you made. Just wake up and shine. This is your time to shine. Don't sleep any longer. This is your season to shine. Just wake up and shine. This is your time to shine. Hands up, take your moment. This is your season to shine. Dust off the doubt, leave it behind. You've got the proof running through your mind. Feel that pull inside. Don't let it fade. The whole world waits for the move you make. Just wake up and shine. This is your time to shine. Don't sleep any longer. This is your season to shine. Just wake up and shine. This is your time to shine. Hands up, take your moment. This is your season to shine. If you fell, get back up. If you're tired, stand tall. One small spark can